Hi, this is Steve DeMasi, and welcome back to Uncharted DIY. Today we've got another unboxing and review, this time of a soon-to-be-released cordless rotary tool from HOTO Tools. HOTO Tools, which is short for Home Tools, sent this to me for review, but this is not a sponsored video. You might have heard rotary tools referred to as Dremel tools, which is one manufacturer of rotary tools, but there are a lot of manufacturers that make them. And I'm really excited to see how HOTO Tools has re-envisioned the rotary tool. I've had several rotary tools over the years, but this cordless version looks like it might address one of my major issues with the corded ones, and that is that they're kind of bulky and hard to hold on to, and the cord can get in the way of doing precision work. Like the other HOTO tools I've reviewed, this box is simply clean and elegant. There's nothing on it other than a life-size picture of the rotary tool. So let's get this open and check it out. Wow, this is a really nice case. Once again, the packaging is outstanding, down to the detail where this even has a covered zipper to keep dust and debris from getting into the zipper itself and making it hard to operate. All right, inside we have an instruction manual, which we'll look at if we need to, a USB-C charging cable, a charging base, a very nice bit and accessory caddy. Looks like it comes with quite a few accessories in it. And another nice touch, it even has a hanging hole. This piece, if I'm not mistaken, is for trimming your pet's claws. And this is a snap-on shield that prevents sparks and dust from flying all over the place when you're using the tool. This is a nice feature right here. And then, of course, the tool itself. And once again, this just, I can't describe the feeling of how solid this feels. This feels like a precise, serious tool. It's got a really nice weight to it. It feels very solid. When you shake it, there's no rattling around like a lot of other tools. This just feels super high quality. So on here, we've got designed by HOTO, and we've got a speed switch on the end here. The scale here goes from 1 to 5, and this tool goes from 5,000 to 25,000 RPM. So each one of these is an increment of 5,000 RPM. This button here with the lock icon on it appears to lock the collet so it doesn't turn while you're trying to change tools. All right, well, let's try this out. We'll turn it on. Right now it's on setting number 1. Okay, couple of things. First thing I notice is this light. That's a really nice feature right there. Add some supplemental light to what you're actually working on. But the thing that stands out to me the most is this is already spinning at 5,000 RPM. It is so quiet. It's amazingly quiet. So let's go up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Boy, and even at 25,000 RPM, this is quiet compared to any other rotary tool I've ever used before. Next, we'll take a look at the included accessories. This is a collet wrench and a smaller collet for mounting smaller accessories. This group is for sanding and cutting. These are for grinding and sharpening. These are for cleaning and polishing. And these are for carving, shaping, and drilling. I wanted to quickly address the lighting that's built into the tool. On camera, this is showing as kind of a dull yellow, but it's actually a nice clean white. Now, it's not super bright. This isn't going to replace a flashlight, but it definitely helps to be able to see in dark spaces, say like inside a cabinet or another enclosed space where it might be hard to get some additional lighting in there. Now, for most of those circumstances, I would just use a rechargeable magnetic light such as this one, which is incredibly bright and small enough to fit in most spaces. But this is really nice to have this built into the tool. It's a handy feature that I've not seen before. Let's start with the sanding drum. Now, this little drum on a mandrel here, the sanding bands slip over that, like that. And then when you tighten the screw on the end of this mandrel, the rubber expands to press out against the sanding band so it doesn't slip while you're using it. These are great for sanding in spots that would be hard to get a normal sander into. And they make quick work of it. And since I just made a mess of the workbench, we'll try the carving tools next. I really like the weight and the balance of this tool. This is so much easier to use than my other rotary tools. It's really easy to apply a nice light touch. This is with the straight bit. As you can see, I can get some really fine detail in there. It's like writing with a fine point pen. This would be perfect for signing your work. This would also probably be really useful for cutting drywall, say for mounting a new outlet. Next, let me clean this up really quick and then we'll get into the polishing tools. Next, we'll try some polishing. Now, this buffing wheel is already dirty because while I was cleaning up, I sucked it up into the shop vac. So, it didn't come this dirty. For effective polishing, you want to start with a little bit of polishing compound. And this is looking pretty good. And look at how shiny this is with just a few seconds of polishing. This nylon bristle cleaning brush is a great way to get into little crevices to do a little bit of cleaning. It's also great for textured surfaces like this that gather dust and dirt. It's kind of hard to get them out of there. This makes quick work of polishing these up too. Next is the wire wheel. Now, just a word of warning is that any of these wire wheels that I've used from any manufacturers have a tendency to throw little tiny stiff wires at you as they break off of here. And they'll embed in your skin, they'll embed in your clothing. So it's a good idea to have glasses on. And an even better idea, we can use this new spiffy guard to keep the wires under control. And now, this can't throw wires at me. And check out the difference there. And while we have the shield attached to this, let's go ahead and try the grinding tools. These grinding stones are useful for sharpening and for shaping. And so what I'm going to do is just take the sharp edges off of this bracket. And this handy shield will keep me from wearing all the dust and debris. There, now it's got a nice smooth edge on it. This won't be scratching anything. The diamond wheel and these cutoff wheels both go on this mandrel here with the red washers on it. And these little red washers on here keep this isolated. And as a handy feature, this little wrench that's included also has a little screwdriver tip on the end of it. The diamond wheel is useful for cutting tile or even glass. And finally, these cutoff wheels will cut through just about anything, including metal, plastic, and even wood. And they mount on the mandrel just like the diamond wheel. This appears to have an overload safety function. When I was using the cutoff wheel, it got kind of wedged in the bolt and seized up. And the rotary tool shut off and the lights blinked. I was able to turn it right back on and continue work. To sum it up, HOTO Tools has done it again. This is a great tool, and I am impressed. It's small, it's light, it's really well balanced, it's quiet, and after all the stuff I put it through today, it didn't even seem to dent the battery. Now, that may be a concern for some people that this doesn't have a removable battery like a lot of other tools might, but That keeps this really nice and compact and very solid feeling. And after all I put it through, it's still going strong. So I think this battery will last plenty of time for just about any type of project. I don't know when this is going to be released, but if you're in the market for a cordless rotary tool, HOTO Tools has knocked it out of the park with this one once again. So I highly recommend it. This is Steve, and thanks for watching Uncharted DIY.